You probably know that feeling. In your Google Ads account, you want to launch a Performance Max campaign because you want to improve performance, you want to scale to the next level, but the moment that your PMAX campaign is live, suddenly your entire account starts to die, and especially your Google Shopping ads are suddenly not performing as good anymore. Now I have some good news for you because Google just announced a new update where PMAX is most likely going to get better again, and there will be some more options for us as advertisers to get more control again, and this is what I want to talk about in this video. So without any further ado, let's get started with these news and how you can use them to your advantage. So what is this new update all about? Well, essentially it's just one big thing, and that is that in the very near future, PMAX campaigns will not take priority over shopping campaigns by default anymore, but instead simply the better campaign, in other words, the campaign with the better or with the higher ad rank, will show. So in the past, so far, when you had a PMAX campaign and you had a shopping campaign both targeting the same products, you probably experienced that firsthand, your PMAX campaign will automatically have the highest priority. And what this normally meant is that you have a PMAX campaign spending $50,000 a month and a shopping campaign next to it spending like $1,000, just grabbing like some of the very leftovers. This was quite the problem, right? Because in our case, for example, we had many clients that, or we have many clients that have very large shopping campaigns. And the moment that you want to scale one of those to the next level, right? And you break through a ceiling and you want to try Performance Max, because yes, for eCom, PMAX can be very powerful. You sit there and it's a very risky thing. So many of our clients that we work with right now use PMAX, but there are also there's quite the number of clients actually that is completely relying on shopping, search, demand gen, YouTube, and so on and so forth. So with this new update, what we can now do is we can run a more controlled, less risky test. Because if you're just starting out or if you have very low budgets, it's not that big of a deal, right? But if you spend, as I said, 50,000, let's say, per month on shopping, and you want to try something new, there is quite some risk involved that if you launch PMAX, it will mess with your account. You know, we had horror stories in the past where clients came to us and said, when we launched PMAX, our account tanked, and now for the past 9 months, we're trying to get back to where we were. And no matter what we do, nothing really works. And with this new change, I hope that this will be a thing of the past. Hopefully, you never know how Google ultimately implements these things, right? But if the two can run alongside each other, just as when you have two normal shopping campaigns, for example, right? Or two search campaigns competing for the same keyword, simply the better one will win. And the one with the better and higher ad rank will ultimately show. This is exactly what is important, because with e-commerce brands, most PMAX campaigns are essentially doing mostly shopping anyway, right? Like most PMAX campaigns that we look at have at least 60, 70, if not 80, 90% shopping in them, and search, display, you know, or discovery, demand gen, YouTube just play a very minor role. So how can you use that to your advantage now in the very near future? Because Google said that they want to roll it out throughout October or starting in October, whatever that ultimately means. But this means that you can now very strategically run those campaigns and you can say, okay, I want to try 3 shopping. Let's see if there is some incremental benefit when I launch a Performance Max campaign and I see how the performance actually develops. Will it steal some traffic from the shopping campaign, but in the end it evens out and you are back at, let's say, $100,000 per month in revenue, just as you've been before? Or will you, with that combination of campaigns, actually manage to get to 150,000, which was previously impossible with just shopping? That is what I'm expecting from this update here, that we can do a lot more things again, that it's worth testing more, because right now, in my opinion, you can have multiple Performance Max campaigns, but typically you want to keep the number as low as possible, right? You don't want to have 10 PMAX campaigns unless there's a very good reason in that particular account to do so. Even with our biggest accounts, you know, making $2.5–3 million per month in revenue just from Google, we don't have more than a handful of Performance Max campaigns and do the rest with like satellites in the form of shopping, search, and other campaign types. So I'm excited for that update. Let me know in the comments how you are currently dealing with the whole PMAX versus shopping thing. You know, do you have a strategy in place to make sure that you're not overriding priority all the time? Are you using some products for PMAX, other products for shopping? How does it look like in your particular case? Also, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed this video. And if you have an e-commerce business and you're running Google Ads, or you plan to do so, and you really need a helping hand to break through this invisible ceiling and scale your brand without simply converting those dreaded brand searches that anyone can convert, make sure to check the link in the description. I'm happy to talk to you via an Ignite call where I show you step by step what is possible for your brand with Google if you do things properly. So if that's for you, make sure to check the link. Otherwise, I look forward to see you in the next video again. Thanks and bye-bye.